In this video, I'll teach you how to conjugate regular verbs in the present tense in Spanish. Examples of verbs in the non-conjugated base form in English would be to play, to have, and to run. When the verb is in its non-conjugated base form in Spanish, it always ends with either AR, ER, or IR. Let's start with verbs ending with AR, and we'll take trabajar, meaning to work, as an example. In the first person singular, for the conjugation meaning I work, we remove the letters AR and add an O. Trabajo. Since the verb conjugations vary so much in Spanish, we don't need to say yo trabajo. We don't need to include the pronoun, since we understand who works just by the way the verb is conjugated. In the second person singular, we remove the letters AR and add AS. Trabajas, meaning you work, singular informal. In the third person singular, for he, she, it, and you singular formal, we say trabaja. The conjugation meaning we work is formed by removing the AR and adding amos. Trabajamos. Vosotros is the informal way of saying you in plural and is used in Spain. The conjugation is trabajáis, and don't forget the accent mark over the A. Removing the AR and adding AN is the way to conjugate verbs for ustedes, meaning you plural, as well as for ellos and ellas, meaning they. Here are all the present tense conjugations for trabajar, which is a regular AR verb. Yo trabajo, tú trabajas, él, ella, usted trabaja, nosotros, nosotras trabajamos, vosotros, vosotras trabajáis, ellos, ellas, ustedes trabajan. ER verbs and IR verbs are conjugated in a similar manner and only differ in the nosotros and vosotros conjugation. We'll take the verbs comer, meaning to eat, and escribir, meaning to write, as examples. In the first person singular, for the yo conjugation, we remove the ER and IR respectively and add O. Como escribo. In the second person singular, we remove the letters ER and IR and add ES. Comes, meaning you eat, singular informal, and escribes, meaning you write, singular informal. In the third person singular, for he, she, it, and you singular formal, we say come, meaning he, she, it eats, or you eat, singular formal, and escribe, meaning he, she, it writes, or you write, singular formal. The nosotros conjugation, meaning we eat and we write, is different for ER and IR verbs. For ER verbs, we remove the ER and add hemos, comemos. For IR verbs, we remove the IR and add imos, escribimos. The vosotros conjugation, the informal way of saying you in plural, used in Spain, is also different for ER and IR verbs. For ER verbs, we add eis, and for IR verbs, we add is. Coméis and escribís. And don't forget the accent marks. To form the conjugation used for ustedes, ellos, and ellas, we remove the ER and IR and add EN. Comen, meaning you plural eat and they eat, and escriben, meaning you plural write and they write. Let's repeat all the conjugations of the AR, ER, and IR verbs. Trabajar, AR verb. Trabajo, trabajas, trabaja, trabajamos, trabajáis, trabajan. Comer, ER verb. Como, comes, come, comemos, coméis, comen. Escribir, IR verb. Escribo, escribes, escribe, escribimos, escribís, escriben.